Halfway through the bedlam, with the bouncers trying to prevent eager fans from climbing over the footlights to get to their idols, Johnny heard his name called in an all-too-familiar voice. He broke out in a cold sweat as he paused in the act of signing a program and slowly looked up. In the middle of the jostling crowd, completely at ease, stood a man in the saffron robe of a Buddhist monk. He smiled at the stupefied singer and mouthed his name silently, and again Johnny heard the voice in his head. "Johnny Berg, soon we will come for you. Be prepared." A hand tugged at his jacket sleeve impatiently. Johnny looked down into the petulant face of a teenager with short blonde hair, braces on her teeth, and several pimples a day short of bursting.
"Please, Johnny," she whined. "I wanted to say, with all my love, to my dearest Sharon. Will you do that for me, Johnny? Will you, Johnny? Will you?"
He suddenly remembered where he was and what he was supposed to be doing, and smiled brilliantly at the dazzled fan whose program he was holding. "No sweat, darling. With all my love to my dearest Sharon. There you go." She looked up at him with total adoration, and he smiled again, remembering his own adolescence and its pain. He bent and kissed her cheek. "Take care, Sharon." He handed the program over and looked up again, but the man was no longer there. But Johnny knew he'd be back, as surely as he knew the sun would rise tomorrow. He had seen and heard him before, too many times for comfort. Suddenly he'd had enough. The crowd was too much, and he needed space. He stood up, ignoring the screams of teenage disappointment and tearful goodbyes, and strode from the stage, followed more slowly by the rest of the group. The sudden dimness of the stage after the brilliant footlights made him stumble, and Johnny clung to the coolness of an iron stanchion holding the backdrop together. Frank caught him and held his arm in a steadying, comforting grip. "You okay, mate?" "Yeah, just tired, that's all. The noise, lights, and the crowd, it's just getting to me. I swear if another bra gets shoved in my face to autograph, I'll puke." The rest of the group passed, laughing and joking, relaxing at the thought of a month's vacation time before them. For the moment, the euphoria of the concert still had them by the throat, though it would not last long. Tomorrow they would be wrung out with the after-effects and as limp as rags. They made their way to the dressing rooms, collecting Bucky as they went, and followed more slowly by Frank and Johnny. The singer stopped suddenly, his hand on the guitarist's arm. "Frank, I've been hearing the voices again. In fact, I did more than hear them. I saw him, that monk I told you about in Sydney. He was here,